Yo, what up, YouTube? I got you with another video. I guess it wasn't goodbye after all, but I mean, in a way, yeah. I guess this is like epilogue and shit. But yeah, I'm telling you, I know that the end is near. Like I'm gonna be back before too long. Like, truthfully, it'll take less time for me to come back than it did for me to slip, and that's what you gotta remember. Like, a lot of us have been on this shit for years, some of us for more than 6 months at the very least. Because honestly, like, if you've only been on for like, weeks, 14 weeks, what's that? Yeah, 3 months, yeah, you're gonna feel some shit. Don't get me wrong, but not really to the extent that this channel's talking about, and what others talk about on their channels, because a lot of them been on this shit longer than me. There's people that's been on for decades. You're talking 10 years. I didn't know this shit even existed 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think it was only, 2025? I didn't get intimately familiar with Kratom until like 2020, 2021. So, and I wasn't really on it like that. I was only using it to not deal with the consequences of the other shit I was doing. So yeah. In my experience, the way it feels, I think you gotta be on for like 4 plus 5 months before you actually get for your body to adjust to the point where once you stop it, you're gonna feel some shit. Because my first go round with the feel freeze was, about 7 months. 6, 7 months. And then, and then the second go round, the one that truthfully, not that I'm proud of. It ain't nothing to be proud of. But I'm glad I documented that second stint, because I feel that it was a lot more, a lot more authentic, a lot more descriptive, because by the time I started with the feel free withdrawal videos, I had been off for 6 days. That was my 6th day clean by the time I started recording. And that was actually due to the fact that that was the first day in 6 that I felt up to it. That was hellish. It was hellish. But it wasn't something that I wasn't used to. It wasn't something that was debilitating, because at the time I did have to work through it, if you recall. But it sucked. Definitely sucked. But this last couple go rounds with these Converse, and actually I wouldn't be surprised if the Converse had some form of always 7s in them, I think I had mentioned I had gotten a physical, and they found amphetamines in my system, and I had just been taking Converse. So that tells me something. Like, these shits is not good for you. And then obviously Kratom in general, the whole thing is just trash. Trying to think what else. Yeah, you know, thank everybody for like just the support, the well wishes, the letting me know that these things is helpful for you guys, you know, because that's the whole point in doing them, you know. And also, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't doing it for me too, but you know, I think there's nothing wrong with that, especially when you're, you know, trying to quit an addiction to something like this. Especially when, truthfully, if I'm being honest, I think my channel will become more popular later, you know. And I think that later is when I'll be getting a hell of a lot more messages. It's a lot now, which is not overwhelming. So don't be afraid to text or message me or make comments. I will get to them as soon as I can. That's not always right away, my bad. But yeah, I feel that this channel is going to be more helpful to people in the distant future. Well, I'm sure it's helpful to people now too. I hope it is. I mean, for what y'all tell me it is. So yeah, I'm just very humbled by that. But, and again, I'm only really stopping because I don't have anything else really to talk about, man. Like, honestly, like, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, shit's still fucked up, but listen, I did 6 months of this shit. What's another 3 weeks, you know? Because I start in 3 weeks, almost exactly 3 weeks. 20 days is when I get, well, 19 now, is when I start my first day on the new job. And, you know, if I'm able to stay on it a couple months, get a sign-on bonus, all that bullshit, all that good shit, rather. Truthfully, I ain't even worried about a check, you know. Because you know what? I think because my testosterone levels were fucked up, I was acting like a little bitch. I think I said that before. So it's like, now that my testosterone's coming back, my manliness is coming back. Like, what's the word? Masculinity, rather, is coming back. So it's just like, I'm a very laid back kind of dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I very much live by the edict of, like, just whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no reason, or it ain't no good or anything progressive gonna come out of fretting over shit you got no control over. You feel me? So I ain't got any control over how another person feels. All I have control over is how I behave and react. That's it. And so I'm fine with that, you know. So yeah, that portion is like, I don't give a fuck about. You know, what I want to do, and this is the real plan, it's to use my New York money outside of New York. Because yeah, I'm making good money if like, by the sound of it. Like, if I tell you the salary, a lot of y'all that are like not in New York or not in California or other places that are high cost of living, you're gonna look at it, hear it, and rather be like, oh shit, what's this guy complaining about? You know what I'm saying? He's making 6 figures and shit. But it's like, it's not a lot in New York. It's a lot everywhere else in the country, for the most part. But yeah, so I want to use New York money, buy a crib in Vegas, you know, for like 250, 350, something around there. Rent it out, not Airbnb, and I don't need to, because while I was out there, I made a lot of contacts. So I got a lot of people that'll look out for me, and a lot of people that would want to rent from me, you know. So, because again, I'm very much like, yo, have your fun. You know what I'm saying? You want to have pool parties or whatever the fuck you want to do, you do that. Just make sure that motherfucker is clean, any messes are clean, and any damages coming out of your pocket. That's it. You know, that's it. Outside of that, the house is yours. You know what I'm saying? Because just like this channel, when it comes to kratom and shit and withdrawing, I've been there. So I've rented from people that were hard asses, rightfully so. Nothing wrong with that. Protect yours. But I've also dealt with landlords that were like very lax and laid back. And I prefer like an in-between. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you know you can't fuck with me like that, then anything else is pretty much good to go. As long as you have an understanding. As long as you have an understanding. That's all I ask. You know? Honestly, it's really just respect. You know? Like, if you have respect, and if you want respect, you gotta give respect. So, but that's my rant, because it had nothing to do with kratom. But in a way it does. Because I wasn't even thinking like this while on the junk, you know? Like, when you're on the junk, you're just, like, yo, you're content with nothing. Like, you're content with doing absolutely dick. And it's fucking crazy. Like, you'll go hours, and if you got fucking a video game or words with friends or some shit to occupy your mind, even music, which doesn't sound as good while you're on it, oh, by the way, just letting you know. But like, yo, kratom just makes you so fucking docile, you know? Like, nah, man. Nah. We ain't built like that. Like, nah, man. You know? And then, like, you'll lose plenty of weight because you're not really eating. You're just consuming kratom. And, like, yeah, you have no future goals. You're not thinking past fucking an hour a day. You know? Maybe 2 or 3. Because once the withdrawal kicks in, that's the only thing on your fucking mind. And it's pathetic. It's fucking pathetic. You know, you have zero sex drive. So it's like, there's that. And then, like, there's no motivation to better yourself. You're just a grimy little motherfucker, man. Everything about trying to chase that high. Or chase that, because after a while, you're not even getting high. You're just trying not to be in withdrawal. You know, that's the dirty little secret. Like, a lot of people will think, oh my God, he's always taking this or whatever. But it's like, yo, I'm only taking it because if I don't, I'm gonna be functioning at a very low level. And it's like, shit. If that's the case, just think about that logic. Where it's like, yo, if you don't take this, you feel like shit. Then obviously, it's a problem with this substance, you know? Like, it ain't like vitamin C or echinacea or ashwagandha even. But again, here's the cool thing about all this. It ends, okay? It fucking ends. And it don't take as long as you think it will. Or it might. It might take as long as you think. If you're thinking long term, like if you're thinking a week, that's it for the cutes. And then another 2 or 3 for the other shit, the poster cutes. And then it's just a matter of living life again, man. You know? But yeah, you're gonna feel like shit. You're gonna deal with some shit. A lot of stuff is gonna happen between days 1 and 7, you know? I didn't get that emotional this go round. I think I've exhausted that aspect of it all, you know? But if you're quitting, it's been a minute and you're quitting, yeah, prepare to be pretty much like a broad, like a woman, because you're gonna be on PMS shit, man. Like, you will be crying if you hear the right song, if you see the right picture, all kinds of shit. Like, anything can make you cry at that point in the withdrawal. And that's a beautiful thing, you know? That's why women live longer anyway, because they actually do this shit on the regular, you know? Like, truthfully, if it wasn't for withdrawing, I couldn't tell you the last time I cried, you know? Like, and not on no macho shit, because I'm not about that. Like, I don't subscribe to that sort of, you know, belief system where it's like, well, I mean, I did, especially younger, like going to school in the hood, like you learn where it's like, yo, you never cry in public, or rather, you don't cry in school. Like, that's a big ass no. You know what I'm saying? But it goes to like the laws of power, where they say your reputation is like everything, right? So yeah, in order to hold on to your rep, you gotta always remain sort of stoic. I mean, women, the girls, they could cry all day, they did, you know. But yeah, I hadn't cried in so damn long. Truthfully, I remember the last time I cried where it was like not because of withdrawal. I cried because my grandmother died, and that woman, I don't think I've ever loved someone more, you know. And so when she died, I thought that I'd be able to go to work, no problem. And I had, you know, these Ray-Bans on, similar ones to the ones that I sometimes wear on the videos. And I thought that I could do my job, and if no one saw my eyes, I'd be okay. Yeah, it didn't work that way. My face looked like I just came out of a pool, and I was not even aware of it, you know. It would come in waves where it's like you think you're okay, you don't think about it, and then you do, and then you just a wreck. So yeah, that happened 2017. But you know, look, I had my grandmother for 33 years. You just always wish it could be more, you know. But yeah, with Kratom, I've damaged relationships. As I've said, I've damaged my reputation. Opportunities were squandered. Money lost. And the most important one, time. You know, because all the other shit can come back. And I mean that. Like, your reputation can come back when that becomes the normal you, right? It'll take time, don't get me wrong. Like, it ain't something that happens like that, you know, because you build your rep all these years, and it can be gone in an instant, but you can start rebuilding it again, okay? So don't forget that. So yeah, your reputation and respect is very, very important, and nobody respects an addict. I kind of do. Not even kind of, I do. Especially what you would call reformed addicts. Because the strength it takes to admit certain things, and on top of that, overcome certain things. The kind of person you have to be, the kind of character, strength of character that you have to have in order to do such a thing. I don't think the average person really understands that. I really don't. I don't. But I do. You know. And I think everybody watching this channel does as well. You know. But yeah, I did mention before, there's a lot more channels out there that are talking about the OA7s specifically. Kratom is getting a lot more well known now, which is, again, I think it's all a good thing. I don't want Kratom banned. I think I've said that before plenty of times. I don't want it banned, but I think it definitely should be regulated, because then we wouldn't have to guess anymore about how much we're taking and, you know, what's in the shit, right? So, yeah, I think it's a better alternative than the other pharmaceutical routes. So, you know, I think if you try to get off opiates, I think it's better than Suboxone and Methadone, which I just find kind of asinine how they want to use pills to get you off pills. But the pills that they try to use to get you off the first set of pills is even a worse withdrawal when you decide to get off of those pills. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's a fucking hamster wheel. Whereas Kratom, it's a hamster wheel, but it's not as severe. Like, there's very few people could quit methadone or Suboxone without a clinic. You know, I'll be the first one to tell you that. And this is coming from someone that kicked, 200 milligrams a day of oxycodone 30s. You know, worst fucking decision I ever made. But also the best decision I've ever made. And, yeah, I mean, that's it. You know, like I said, I don't know what else I could tell y'all that could be of benefit to you. I did get a message and even a comment that had mentioned that even just seeing the other side helps y'all, or has the ability to help people that are in the thralls of it. And yeah, I do agree with that. So who knows where we'll go, but I do know that, you know, it's a journey. It's a journey. Stay away from OA7s. Stay away from Kratom unless you're trying to kick something harder. That's the only thing I would say. I think Kratom is excellent for getting off the harder shit. And then on top of that, make a choice. You're either on or you're not. Don't dibble and dab in the shit, because that's only going to prolong things. And then before you know it, you dab yourself into a crater, you know, and then you're right back into square one. And that's happened to me too. Again, it's all on the channel. And I like the channel, and I like my subscribers. I love my commenters, love my supporters, all of that. Like, you guys have no idea what you guys, y'all make the channel. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear that this has been helpful to somebody that's in the thick of it, that makes my day. Like, really, it really does. It makes me realize, you know, we all in this together. And yeah, it's a little like a time capsule, because in, you know, 2, 3, 4 years, whatever, somebody might pop on this channel that fell into the Kratom hell. And hopefully this can help them in you know, getting off it. So, you know, like a little blueprint or a guideline, or just something that can help you, you know. And that's all it is. I'll tell you what's funny though, the haters have been quiet lately, you know. Where y'all at? Anyway, yeah, I don't know how many more I will upload, But again, it happens, it comes, it comes. Like, at this point, I was walking home, or am walking home. That's why it's so fucking long, my bad. Hope I don't bore you guys, but it kind of hit me, because as I'm walking, I'm seeing a lot of the places I used to go to, in these past 6-7 months. And it's like, damn, so much wasted opportunities, man. So much wasted opportunities. Damn. But, like I said, you dust yourself off, and you just keep going. Even walking, I think I got another 2 miles to go, and I'm tired now. But one foot in front of the other, baby. And that's how you gotta do with life. One foot in front of the other. And before you know it, you'll reach your destination, wherever that may be. So, look, I don't know if this has helped anybody. Help me pass some time. But I do mean it when I say thank you. You, all the viewers and everything like that, y'all have really been so special to me, whether it's Rich, Chris, Grace, Trace, damn, wish I had all y'all names, but you guys know who you are, man. All you guys are awesome. Don't ever think otherwise, and good luck on your journey. And I hope some of y'all document your struggle, because pay it forward, because I'm sure your journey can help others that I couldn't reach. And that's all we could do. That's all you should strive to do. Make it easier for the next person going through kratom hell. So, hey, that's all I got. Y'all take it easy now. Peace.